Chantal Akerman was a Belgian film director, screenwriter, artist, and film professor at the City College of New York. She is best known for her films Jeanne Dielman, 23 Quai du Commerce, 1080 Bruxelles, 1975, News from Home, 1976, and Je tu il elle, 1974. The first of these was ranked the greatest film of all time in Sight and Sound magazine's 2022 Greatest Films of All Time Critics Poll, making her the first woman to top the poll. The latter two films also ranked lower in the same poll. Akerman's influence on feminist and avant-garde cinema is substantial. Rakhat Mukhtaruli Aliyev was a senior official of the government of Kazakhstan who died in an Austrian prison awaiting trial on charges of murder. His trial was planned to start in Vienna in first half of year 2015. Austrian legal circles were giving much attention to this high-profile criminal case in which a former diplomat was facing murder charges. He was chief of Kazakhstan's tax police, deputy chief of the KNB State Security Service, Kazakhstan's successor to the Soviet KGB, ambassador to Austria, and first vice foreign minister. Eduardo Guillermo Bonvallet Godoy was a Chilean footballer who played as a defensive midfielder and later developed a sportscasting career. He was best known for his strong and rather harsh commentaries on Chilean football players, coaches, and managerial structures. Bonvallet had put himself forward repeatedly for the position of coach for the national team. Bonvallet had experience training university-level teams such as Universidad Gabriela Mistral. He played for local giants Universidad de Chile and Universidad Católica and had spells in the NASL with Tampa Bay Rowdies and Fort Lauderdale Strikers. Fredric Sheldon Brandt was an American physician, researcher, lecturer, author, and radio host specializing in cosmetic dermatology. Among the first to use botulinum toxin, Botox, and fillers, Brandt was noted for his role in the FDA approval of numerous fillers and botulinum toxins for cosmetic use in the United States. Brandt, who hosted a radio show called Ask Dr. Brandt on Sirius XM Radio and whose celebrity patients included Madonna, was called the Baron of Botox by W Magazine and King of Collagen for using more Botox and collagen than any other dermatologist in the world. Homaro Omar Cantu Jr. was an American chef and inventor known for his use of molecular gastronomy. As a child, Cantu was fascinated with science and engineering. While working in a fast food restaurant, he discovered the similarities between science and cooking and decided to become a chef. In 1999, he was hired by his idol, Chicago chef Charlie Trotter. In 2003, Cantu became the first chef of Moto, which he later purchased. Through Moto, Cantu explored his unusual ideas about cooking, including edible menus, carbonated fruit, and food cooked with a laser. Christopher John Hesketh Duggan was a British historian and academic. He specialized in the political, social, and cultural history of modern Italy. He began his career as a research fellow at Wolfson College, Oxford, and then at All Souls College, Oxford. In 1987, he moved to the University of Reading, where he remained until his death. He was professor of modern Italian history from 2002. Duggan began his academic career as a junior research fellow at Wolfson College, Oxford, between 1983 and 1985. From 1985 to 1990, he was a postdoctoral research fellow at All Souls College, Oxford. Todd Ewen was a Canadian professional ice hockey player who played for several teams in the National Hockey League, NHL. A right wing, Ewen was primarily known as an enforcer. He played for the St. Louis Blues, Montreal Canadiens, Mighty Ducks of Anaheim, and San Jose Sharks. Ewen retired with 1,914 penalty minutes, putting him 61st for all-time career penalty minutes. He was born in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, and raised in St. Albert, Alberta. Ewen won the Stanley Cup in 1993 with the Canadiens. After leaving his professional career, Ewen made several coaching videos with Championship Productions. Karen Christine Friesicke was a German comedian and actress. Friesicke is best known to German audiences for her TV sketches. In 1996, she joined Ingolf Lück, Anke Engelke, Bastian Pastewka, and Marco Rima in a regular nationwide series, The Wochenshow, the weekly show. Prior to these TV performances, she appeared with Pierre Augustinski in the comedy series Harold und Eddie, Harold and Eddie, with popular nation comic icons Harold Juncker and Eddie Arendt. She lived in Hamburg with her 2 sons and was engaged with the Freie Schauspielschule Hamburg, Hamburg Free Theatre. Paul Gregory was an American film, theatre and television producer. Gregory went to Hollywood, where he worked as a personal assistant for clients like Horace Heidt and Carmen Cavallaro. He became friends with actor Charles Laughton and organized a successful lecture tour for Laughton throughout the United States between 1949 and 1950. They earned $200,000 during this reading tour. The money worked as the basis for other projects. Gregory afterwards produced 17 Broadway plays during the 1950s and 1960s, among them The Caine Mutiny Court Martial, 3 for Tonight, The Marriage Go-Around, and Lord Pengo. Paul Dudley Walden, better known as Guru Josh, was a Jersey musician, active in the British post-acid house scene, best known for his debut single Infinity. Walden was the son of a Jersey dentist, Harold Walden. After studying dentistry himself in 1981, he began his career as an entertainer and keyboard player at the Sands nightclub in Jersey, performing under the name of Syndrome and Animal and His Crazy Organs. In 1988, Walden tried ecstasy for the first time at a London pub, where he was playing a gig with his rock band, Joshua Cry's Wolf, subsequently switching from rock to house music. Christopher James Hardman, known by the stage name Lil Chris, was a British singer-songwriter, actor, and television personality from Lowestoft, England. He came to prominence in 2006 after appearing on the Channel 4 series Rock School, which saw Kiss vocalist and bassist Gene Simmons make a rock band at Lil Chris's school. Later that year, he released the single Checkin' It Out, which charted at number 3 and a self-titled album. In 2008, he hosted his own series, Everybody Loves Lil Chris. Hardman died by suicide in March 2015 at his home in Lowestoft after struggling with his mental health. Angad Paul was a British businessman and film producer. Paul was born on the 6th of June, 1970, the youngest son of the billionaire entrepreneur and politician Sraj Paul, Baron Paul. He attended Harrow School and received a degree in economics from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. He was CEO of Caparo Industries, having taken over from his father in 1996. He also produced films including Lock, Stock, and 2 Smoking Barrels, Snatch, and The Tournament. In March 2005, Paul was married to media lawyer Michelle Bon in a ceremony held at Lancaster House. They had 2 children. Johannes Jacobus Willebroeders Joost, Zwagerman, was a Dutch writer, poet, and essayist. Zwagerman made his debut with the novel De Houtgriep in 1986. His second novel, Gimmick, 1989, was adapted as a play and reached a much wider audience. He wrote his third book, Val's Licht, in 1991, and it was shortlisted for the AKO Literatuurprijs. Val's Licht was the basis for a movie by Theo van Gogh, 1993. More novels followed, including Chaos on Rumour, Zes Sterren, and De Boetenvrouw. Zwagerman's work has been translated into 12 languages, including German, French, and Japanese.